let's talk about hooded lids. So mine aren't quite hooded, but a hooded lid looks like this. Like, you can't see the eyelid because the eyelid at the top droops over. And a lot of times that happens because of age and gravity. Gotta love that. I was trying to find my eyeshadow primer, but that's okay. So with hooded lids, if you also have crepey lids, my suggestion is to use matte colors because matte colors are not going to draw attention to the crepiness. Like when we talk about contouring and highlighting, when we contour, we're receding. So the dark recedes back and the light brings it forward. So when we do a shimmer, the shimmer is going to draw attention and it's going to bring attention to the crepiness of the lids. So if you have a crepey eyelid and you don't want to draw attention to that, then I highly suggest you use matte colors because they are going to have less light reflecting properties. I love our eyeshadow brush. It is fluffy on one end and kind of, I like to call this end a pencil. That's what it's called in the industry, is a pencil brush, because see how it kind of goes to a point even though it's domed. So that's for really getting in somewhere. So what you want to remember when you have hooded lids is instead of looking down into your mirror and putting product on, you want to look straight on, because where you want to place your product is actually going to be where you can actually see, because your lid's hooded, so it's going to cover up anything that you do on the lower part of your lid. So I like to kind of cover the lid, even though it's hooded. I like to cover it in a shade that is kind of like a skin tone shade. And I just used a matte color, and the color that I used is called Cupcake. All right, so now I'm going to go in with a matte shade. Let's see which one. I think I will use Revival. That's this shade here. It's kind of a brown shade. It's got a little bit of kind of a purpley undertone, purpled brown, I guess you could say. Actually, I'm saying that's what I'm going to use. I think I'm going to use this one first. This is Pup. It's more of a neutral shade. And then I'll use Revival on top of that. So I'm going to go in with my fluffy end. I'm going to go into Pup. And remember, I'm going to look straight forward, and where I can see on my lid, because I'm looking straight forward, is where I'm going to place product. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of creating a fake crease. Okay. So I'm going to go under Revival, which is a little bit darker. Tap that brush off so you're not getting too much product. I'm going to look straight ahead in the mirror. Gonna kind of place that color, and then I'm going to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So can you see how that shade is on the droopy part of my eyelid? So if I do like this, I'm going to kind of look down into it so you can see as if I was hooded. And so what that's doing is it's kind of faking you out and making you think that I have a little bit of a crease, right? So I'm going on the part that would hang over and be hooded. So when you do that, it kind of fakes out the fact that you don't have a crease. So let me get close. Sorry, I can't lift my if I lift my eyebrows, it doesn't hood. So let me kind of, all right, so again, mine looks crepey when I do that. So you're placing it in the area that you can see, and that's how you're darkening it up. Then I would recommend going in with a light shade like Cupcake right at your brow bone. That's going to create some lift. You can even, if you see any of your like lid at all, you can create like a little line in there. So I'm actually going to go with the pencil into the brush, and I'm going to put right at the base of my lashes, I'm going to put a little bit of that Revival just to darken up my lash line. So even if it's not fully seen, it helps to darken my lashes up a little bit. And so that's it with hooded lids. You just want to place product, doesn't matter what color the product is. I always recommend kind of a darker shade to create a fake crease. where you can see the product, okay? So on me, it's up here, but if I just look straight on and place the product there, that is how you would do a hooded lid. So you're gonna look straight in your mirror and you're gonna place the product on that hood, and it's going to fake out that you have a little bit more of a crease. It's gonna recede the largest part of the hooded area of the lid. And then I always suggest at your brow to do a light shade, because that's going to create lift. The eye is going to be drawn. Someone else that's looking at you, their eye is going to be drawn upward. So that's really all there is to a hooded shadow. And then remembering to use matte shades if you have any kind of crepiness. If you have any questions, you guys hit me up. I am happy to answer them.